Aries, spirit guides are trying to send you the truth about something, the truth being revealed, information being revealed to you. It feels like loving truth coming through to you. The truth of a matter feels light. This color blue out here, it reminds me of the throat chakra. Through voice, for someone that I'm speaking to, Aries, it's time to speak your truth. Beneath the deck, we have safe travels for those of you who are traveling at this time. Okay, let's see what else pops out here. Welcome back to the space, Aries. Hello, my name is Sean, if you're new. If anyone is DMing you, private messaging you, pretending to be me or any other reader, friend, it is not. Please report and block. Okay, want you to be safe. Guide angel spirit guides for Aries, please. Spirit messages for Aries at this time. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Guides and truth. What else for Aries, God angel spirit guides? You have lucky out here. Yep. You speaking your truth might turn out a lot favorable than you could imagine. That's what's coming through. Thank you, guys, angel spirit guides. What else? Let's go one more time. Lucky. I love this energy. I feel like something is urging you to share your truth in a matter. To share your part in a matter. Thank you, angel spirit guides. Aries, please. Anything else? Okay, we have affluence out here. Okay, I love this. Anything else? Okay, beneath the deck, earth. Okay, what just came through, very random but specific. For those of you where you're looking at buying a home in a certain neighborhood, or there's a certain style of home that you want, Spirit wants you to just state what it is that you really want, especially if you're trying to buy a home with your family or your partner. Just lay it out. What do you really want in this home? That's a very specific message that's coming out. Don't be afraid to say what it is that you want, okay? Affluence out here. Lucky out here. Seeing these two cards in a reading is absolutely amazing, okay? And then as you remember back, truth and guide. So we're going to let Spirit unfold this more for us in the earth, okay? You have some luck, you have some affluence in the earth in matters related to the physical. All right, thank you, angel spirit guides. For Aries, what is it that Aries is going through right now? Current energy, frequency for Aries at this time. Thank you, angel spirit guides. Let's see. Okay, this is in the earth. You're weighing and balancing something very important to you. 9 of Pentacles. You also have the 2 of Pentacles out here. I will show you that in just a moment. What else for Aries? Wow. Okay, you have some options coming in to you. Now, for those of you where you are in business right now, it just feels like your opportunities are coming in terms of you deciding what it is that you really want. You have the 2 of Pentacles, you have the 9 of Pentacles, and you have the Page of Pentacles. This is such a favorable reading, okay? Beneath the deck, the Hermit here, and beneath that, strength. This feels like trusting yourself, getting wise counsel, and trusting yourself to make the decision about what it is that you want to make a decision about, for those of you who are needing to. Because there's an opportunity coming in, there's information coming in, correspondence related to something that you've been going after coming in for you. Thank you, guys, angel spirit guides. Let's go a little bit deeper here. For Aries, please, let's look at the 2 of Pentacles to start. Thank you. The 2 of Pentacles. Thank you, guys, angel spirit guides. For Aries. Okay. All right. There's something related to truth. And for some of you, this is going to get a little bit complicated, but you know if this is you. It has something to do with not getting the news that you want, or someone saying something very painful to you in the sake of being honest. That was painful, very painful. The Three of Pentacles there. It kind of feels like background kind of talking. Yeah, it kind of feels like background talking about you, related to your image, your credibility. That's interesting. Let's see. Thank you, Angel Spirit Guides. What else? And now that you know this truth, you're having to make a decision. Now, this is interesting. For some of you, you hold the Pentacle. You hold an opportunity for someone. And there's some, I didn't even notice that the Nine of Cups is out here too. Okay. You hold the Pentacle for someone too, for someone specifically that I'm speaking to, Aries. And now you have to decide. Beneath the deck where I stopped shuffling, the Emperor. You have to decide if you're still going to help someone. You are in a position of great privilege, opportunity, access. You have money, you have support, resources, but there's some information that's come through. You have become privy to something that was painful. And now you get to decide what you're going to choose. And for some of you, it's who you're going to help. And then for you, you have the Nine of Pentacles. You're still in the seat of power. You still are on the throne here. This is fascinating. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. Okay. What's also coming up is that for some of you, Aries, with whatever exchange of words has happened, the truth of a matter has happened. It feels like you've had to spend a little bit of, this is a deep reading, you've had to spend a moment thinking about if what you are building in your life, if what you're creating in your life, it's made you question your values. It's made you question your success. Aries, I could be speaking to someone where you're probably famous, or you're in the light somehow, you're at the top of something, you're seen, and I'm just getting the vibe that there's an envious eye on you because of who you are and what you've created in the world in some way. And there was a painful revelation that came to you, and I think it was because someone was, saying something, not being a good friend or partner or person. This High Priestess is confirming the guide card here. Spirit wanted you to know what was happening when you weren't in a room or in the room. The Two of Swords happens to be beneath my deck when I'm picking my cards up to go a little bit deeper. Okay. Thank you, guys, Spirit Guides. Page of Pentacles, please. But you have everything that you need. You have everything that you need, okay? Thank you, Angel Spirit Guides. And for those of you where now that you have this information, you might be offering something. An apology also, too, might be trying to come to you. Okay, thank you, Angel Spirit Guides. For someone that I'm speaking to, you probably had to share a hard truth. You're thinking about how to try to damage control this. That's coming up as well. Interesting. Thank you, Angel Spirit Guides. Page of Pentacles for Aries. For some of you, this has to do with, a hard conversation that you've had with a mother or a mama-in-law. Taurus, or excuse me, this is Taurus energy. It could be a Taurus. Aries, very interesting. Okay, when I said Taurus, I just got like a strike through my body. The communication, the conversation that you had related to the family, and the family is upside down. Could be a parent-in-law, the betrayal. Here it is, the Ten of Swords. But it's okay. It's going to turn out favorably for you. for those of you, Aries, where you had to have a conversation with a mama-in-law, and it was a hard conversation about truth, I feel like you already kind of knew what this was, what was maybe being hidden, what would happen if you shared your truth, or someone getting upset enough to share the truth with you. I do have a vibe, Aries, that something about this feels like a little bit of envy. I'm not getting an envy card out here. I don't see the Seven of Swords, but I'm just feeling this, okay? And maybe you've had to have a hard conversation. You've been weighing this for a while, okay? But it feels like because of this breakthrough, it opens up that everything is out on the table. It's painful. You know who's who at the table, especially if it has to do with a mom, with a mother, a family member, a mother-in-law. But that conversation had to happen. So you're working through that, sorting that out still. Okay. Let's go to the outcome of the situation for you, Aries. Let's go to the outcome. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides of this. Where is this going for Aries, God, angel, spirit guides? Okay, that card, it's face down, but it's laying right on top of my guides card. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be. The outcome of this. Okay, the first one that was on my guides card, there's still more communication. It feels like Spirit wants you to know this is not completely over yet in terms of the communication front. Somebody's pissed. Okay, the Lover's here. King of Swords here, okay? You may be hearing, now, very specifically, Aries, if this has to do with you and a spouse, and your spouse is, and this is not a value judgment that I'm naming here, just naming I'm going to name some characteristics of this person so that you can know who this is. If you are going through something where your person is a little bit, they're not super emotional, they're very black and white, they're kind of like, you know, what we would imagine a King of Swords to be, not the gender, but just that seat. They like action. Are we going to go in this direction or not? They're justice oriented, might be a doctor, might be a lawyer, you know, that technical kind of mind. You are probably going to find that out of this situation, in that storyline, they're going to be a little bit upset, or you're going to have a hard conversation. Someone's a little bit triggered here. Okay, the Two of Swords here. I feel like for you, it may be coming out of nowhere. You don't know that this is coming. When this is coming. Someone is feeling blindsided for sure. Not to be ableist in my language, okay? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Yeah, there's emotion, there's passion. This conversation's not over. People are upset. The Five of Swords in the family. Yeah, people are still pissed off. So Spirit wants you, Aries, to be prepared for that. There's incoming communication. You know, if you've had to lay a hard truth on someone else, Aries, because I feel like for some of you, you had to tell someone's mama what's good, okay, or something like that. It's not over. There's going to be a little bit of interesting stuff, passive aggressiveness, sharp words. Now people might be, again, passive aggressive because the truth is out. You can't really fight the truth, but sometimes when people are upset, you know, they have ways of still showing that they're pissed. Eight of Swords, someone feeling blocked in. Five of Cups, some pain, some hurt about this truth coming out, this information, some worry, some doubt, or shame, guilt. Excuse me. For some of you, this has something to do with a legal matter, over housing, over property. Same storyline. It's still going. There's an undercurrent of negativity still beneath the surface, even if everyone is sitting at the table. And I'm getting this table figuratively in my imagination, right? It's coming as everyone's at the table, pursed lips, just trying to eat, but there's an undercurrent of it's on. I get the final say in this kind of energy, because beneath all of that, there's someone feeling trapped and feeling grief and feeling upset. Again, when it comes to a family, a marriage, or home, all right? Let's get some guidance out here for you, and then we will move into our close. Aries, I hope you're still with me and you're well, working through this energy. If you've been going through this has been interesting, but you're being guided. Keep this in mind and heart, okay? You're protected. The truth will protect you, okay? I'm getting that to share with you, Aries. Thank you, angel spirit guides. All right. Guidance, action. Thank you. Loving, clear advice, guidance, action for Aries at this time. Thank you. Thank you, God, angel spirit guides. What else? Ooh, okay. The world, some Capricorn energy, keeping the bigger picture in mind. Keeping the bigger picture in mind. This feels like, for whatever reason, this truth was shared and you're protected in this. The truth had to come out. Maybe you relayed some information. I'm still getting downloads about what this truth is. In the guidance, keep the bigger picture in mind. The why behind why you're doing this, okay? We also have hard at work here. Do your part. We have that 5 of Cups popping out, and then we have that 3 of Swords, okay? Okay. Page of Cups. This feels like, for anyone that this reading is for, Aries, where you had to share a hard truth, or you feel you've been working through wondering if you owe someone an apology. Let's just say that's the storyline that's going on for you. This would say that Spirit is saying that you have the ability, through lightness of heart, to have the words to send a message to whoever this other person is, to help mend what has been hurt, okay? So that's one. What else is coming through now is, Spirit wants you to keep your loving heart. Spirit wants you to stay light of heart. That's where this affluence and abundance and prosperity and goodness and just juiciness in the world is coming from, because your heart is pure, your heart is open. You are a healed vessel. This is beneath the deck here. In order for you to remain that open being that attracts all of this just goodness, Spirit wants you to be hard at work to heal the pain from how someone has treated you, from what has come out about your person or in this family dynamic. Spirit wants you to move forward, knowing that what it is that you want, you can have. You absolutely can have your wish, okay? Because beneath, again, the Page of Cups is the other card that feels like wish fulfillment. Fulfillment. It's obtainable. The healing is here, okay? You will heal from this. Thank you, angel spirit guides. For those of you, again, I'm summarizing this. If the truth came out and it penetrated you, Spirit wants you to take the time that you need to be at work to heal this, so that you can move forward, because there's still opulence and prosperity. There's a life after all of this for you. And if you continue to work toward your goal, okay, especially if this has something to do with you wanting to travel or marry or remarry or something like that, you can have it, but you got to be hard at work to stay focused on healing your heart from what has happened, okay? That is what I have for you, Aries. What an interesting reading. I'm standing with you. I want you to stay focused on who you are. This is the truth of who you are. I love you, Aries. Take care, and I hope I get to see you next time. Bye.